Hey everybody, Tadricos here, and I'm going to bring you guys another StarCraft 2 commentary here. And this is, if you guys watched my last game, the Huck between Charming game, I mentioned that this is a replay pack that is up on Team Liquid's new pro site for their team, Team Liquid Pro. And it's a pretty cool site, man. A lot of stuff about just about the pro team. Instead of doing the Liquid Weeklies, they're going to be just running that site. But there is a new weekly replay pack that's coming out, and this is the first one. It's a bunch of games from Huck and TLO, and when they were mentioning this replay pack, they actually talked about this game a little bit. TLO versus Darkforce, and sorry, introduce the players down here on the bottom left is Unlocker Caverns as Liquid TLO, and his opponent is ATN Darkforce here in the top right portion of the map as the Blue Zerg. There's actually this, whoops, Bob Saget. Okay, anyway, here, there's actually this really, really cool picture for the actual post of some sweet nuke going down in this game, and it mentions that this is the game that was in, so I'm going to cast this because that nuke looked beautiful, like perfectly placed sexy nuke, and hopefully it will not disappoint. And we will get into this game a little bit more here, as obviously just the opening builds coming in. It looks like Liquid TLO is going to wall off against Zerg. Good good choice, as the Terran player. Zerg is going to be doing a fast expansion. And is this SUV going to get there in time to stop it? No, going to get there in time just to see it go down. Going to poke at this with his little drill. I want to see this drill. See, look at that. Look at that drill. It's not really doing that much damage, but I mean, it's a drill, dude. Shouldn't it be able to poke a hole in that little skin there and just have, like, blood and guts oozing out of it and just kind of kill it slowly? But anyway, I digress. Spawning pool going down, so this is perfect 15 hatch, 15 pool from the Zerg, but TLO going to respond with a second Rax going down as soon as he saw that go down early, and this is probably going to be a bunker push if I had to guess anything here. This SCV is going to stop poking at this hatchery and going to put down a bunker, get Marines up there. Yep, and their Marines, the rally point is set straight to the Zerg's base, and he is going to bunker rush this hatchery, try and get himself an advantage, of course, just like in every game. Got to get that advantage. TLO going to pull back that SCV to the Marine. Marine going to be able to take out this drone, hopefully, and drone going to go a long way around, going to spot the Marine, and I think this Zerg kind of knows what's going on right now. Spawning pool is finished. A couple of Zerglings going to come out. 4 drones going to come out to help stop this bunker, and TLO, I think, wisely going to run back home. Yep. Definitely going to have to run back. 5 drones and a couple of Zerglings coming out. TLO knows the time is against Zerg. But anyway, 2 Marines come in. He's going to actually try and pick off a couple of drones here and hope that this will do some. No, he's going to continue the bunker rush. And TLO's Marine Micro is actually really, really sick. So hopefully, maybe he'll be able to pull something off here as 2 Marines go down. No, I think he's going to have to cancel this bunker. Yep. Looks like TLO's bunker rush did not work out so well. A couple of Marines still rallied here. Going to be using these Marines to take out some Zerglings. Make the Zerg lose money instead of gain any kind of advantage by holding that off. I'm going to get the Zonaka Watchtowers. A few more Zerglings coming out. This Zerg is spending a lot of money on Zerglings and not enough money on drones. So either way, he's still going to be behind from having to hold off that bunker rush. TLO's still taking out Zerglings. Doing very, very good. Putting down an expansion, so 2 racks into an expansion. Great build. Awesome. Put on this pressure that he wanted to. Stop the Zerg from getting ahead in drones too far. I just want to see what the income tab is at. Yeah, TLO is ahead from all of that, so everything worked out perfectly. I mean, on this high level of play, that is just exactly what a pressure play like that is supposed to do. It's only supposed to get you ahead, and it certainly did. TLO keeping up with the Zerg, and Zerg does not want to be in this position. Anyway, metabolic boost going down for the Zerg, still running off of 1 gas, so probably going to see Banelings come out from him pretty soon. Mass producing drones, so he's going to be able to get his lead soon. This Queen dropped a creep tumor instead of injecting, but that's okay because this early in the game, as long as your larvae are spending money, why do you need to make extras? Anyway, pretty much that's the chef point of view for Zerg, and it looks like Darkforce kind of agrees with him. So this expansion is going to be finished for TLO pretty soon, and he's got another Rax and a factory coming out. I expect to see siege tanks, maybe Blue Flame Hellions out of this factory once it's finished, but TLO just going to be making enough Marines to survive right now once he plops down this command center. A couple of idle SCVs, but you can't nitpick when it comes to a pro like this. He's obviously doing something very important. Oh, that's what he's doing. Oh my god, how did I miss this? TLO was actually, he took out every drone at this expansion, and just look at that, taking out so many Zerglings, running behind. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to just go back really quick because I feel terrible that I missed that. Let's see here. Here's the Marines. Expansion's almost halfway done. I'm going to go speed up a little bit. Faster times forward. Zergling's going to poke in. TLO going to push out when these Zerglings go in. See the wall off. They're going to get scared, run away. But this whole time, I can't believe I didn't see this. TLO running up the side of the map here. And the Zerg sees the Marines coming. He sees everything, but he's going to run away these drones. Going to take out a Queen. Spine Caller going to do a lot of damage to this hatchery. Going to take out a whole bunch of Zerglings. So TLO did an excellent job with this attack. I mean, he didn't really kill any drones, but he forced the Zerg to make a whole crap ton of Zerglings. Okay, sorry. Still going too fast. This is right where we left off. 2 Marines still left. Zerg is not able to use this base right now. There goes the Baneling Nest. TLO going to run in. Maybe see a little something, try and pick off this Overlord. I kind of wish he would have pushed into the base to see if there's a Baneling Nest or something up yet. But TLO making his orbital command, still pumping Marines, getting his add-ons. Going to get 2 tech labs, a reactor on the factory, and a starport. Excuse me. I would expect to see TLO switch out the factory with the starport, and maybe this bears the tech lab once Stim's done. I'm not sure. I'm not really familiar with too much Terran play, so, but I fully expect to see this reactor get lifted off and switched over, to the starport to start making Marines. TLO going to start just producing SCVs off of both. Oh, sorry, I just got off work a little while ago. Pretty tired. Another rack's coming down, and yeah, TLO going to be able to keep up with SCVs pretty easy with this command center inside of his base and just oversaturate. He's going to lift off now, and he's going to take his expansion. This Zergling is going to run up and see it. Perfect timing for that Zergling. A couple of refineries going down, so TLO definitely going for a pretty gas-intensive build after this. Like I said, I'm not too sure about anything from Terran, but Spire now going down for our Zerg player. There it is. Looks like it's going to be standard Ling Baneling Muta play. So, a lot of bio here. Eventually, I would think to see tanks. Yep, there goes the factory with the tech lab going down. So he's going to start pumping tanks pretty soon as well. Tank, medevac, marine, very, very good counter to this build of Zerg. I mean, well, the Zerg build is built to counter this play, but it also kind of counters the Zerg build at the same time. So it's all down to micro when it comes to these 2 builds playing against each other. Is pretty much what it is. Engineering Bay going to go down to block off this. I don't remember what this one's called. I think Artosis has a name for it or something. I know that this is Tasteless Secret Hallway, and this is John's Common Knowledge Hallway, but I'm not sure about this one. I remember it being mentioned. I'm just having a total brain fart. And yes, siege tanks are coming out. Siege is not being researched yet. I'd imagine that once he feels comfortable to research it, mineral-wise, he will. Come on, TLO. I'm clicking siege mode. I'm clicking it for you, TLO. TLO. Where did all of his Marines go? He has Marines out here doing the same thing again. He actually dropped behind the natural there. Had to pull off all the drones. Maybe take out another Queen. Oh, TLO's focusing down the hatchery. And he's not going to be able to get it. The hatchery's going to get away with... Oh, 3 health on the hatchery. 3 health. Oh, and TLO knows it. He is just laughing. Oh, 3 HP left on that. Oh, he is so lucky that he did not lose that. Great drop from TLO. Again, I missed something else. I am a terrible caster. But pretty much I think all we missed was just a bunch of a marine drop from TLO. Just able to stop mining from here and almost took out that hatchery. That is terrible that thing just had 3 health. But TLO knows that he might be in a... Yeah, he's pretty much even with the Zerg, and that makes the advantage go to Terran. Sees the mutas out, definitely dropping The missile turrets, smart idea, TLO. Is producing as much as he can off of the production facilities as, dropping another barracks. Not gearing up to take a third yet, and neither is Zerg. It looks like both players are just going to be going with 2 base for a little while. TLO siege mode almost completed. If these banelings... Oh, look at that. Zerg is going to be gearing up to take his gold. Going to run in, see if there's not a third from Terran. And he doesn't see anything. These mutas are going to go in and try and harass a little bit. But missile turrets and well-placed marines going to be able to hold off those mutalisks. He's going to have to fly away. He can't do any damage with them right now. +1 coming from the Zerg player. I see +1 coming from Terran right now for TLO. Which, you know, he doesn't have double engineering bay. He's not going to be able to get his bio upgrades as fast. But that's okay. With siege tanks, the Terran army is pretty versatile. Going to be leapfrogging his tanks here. Actually lifts 2 of them up. Gonna put the siege tanks up here on this high ground, which is really good. Gonna stem up, chase after these mutas. Thought he could catch them, but he couldn't. Puts the siege tanks up on the high ground, and this is what Zerg will call a little bit imba for Terran here. But ooh, TLO gonna have to lift off. Siege tanks. That was a great lift off. Awesome micro from TLO, saving all those marines. I mean, he would have lost every single one of them if he didn't lift up at that exact moment. TLO gonna have to just run back to the safety of his siege tanks. Siege tanks gonna take out all these lings and banelings, and now he's gonna be able to just micro. Ooh, loses a whole bunch of marines there, but that's okay. Gonna lose these siege tanks though. These mutas just tearing through these reinforcing marines. TLO gonna have to retreat. Maybe take out a few mutas here. This one muta got really low. I think he lost like maybe 2 or 3 mutas here. If you look at the units lost tab, TLO definitely hurting a little bit more resource-wise, but he's going to stop this hatchery, which is really, really good for TLO. Whoops, wrong hotkey. Units. As we see, TLO is actually ahead in workers right now, and he is dropping his 3rd command center, so might even be able to get his expansion down before the Zerg. I mean, Zerg just has to make units right now. There's no way he can drone up, and that's going to put him a little bit behind for sure. This Marine going to be running over, scouting out. He's going to hide this drone, and he's going to get a hidden base here. I don't think TLO saw this drone, so this Zerg is going to have this hidden base here. TLO is going to think he's a base ahead, but he's not. TLO going to be taking the gold, which is a smart move. Every Terran should do this. Take this gold, make it into a planetary fortress, and it becomes near unbreakable for a Zerg with bunkers and siege tanks sitting around this planetary fortress. Awesome. Awesome plan, TLO. Whole flock of mutas flying around, keeping map control in this upper half. He's going to try and keep Terran away from this section here to try and hide that base for as long as possible. TLO going to be scouting out with some marines. These mutas going to fly in, maybe try to do some damage to the CO. Crap, that's more marines than I thought. Going to run away. Zerg going to be taking down these back rocks to take this expansion, so he is probably going to expand here again. Yep, there goes the drone. The hatchery silhouette is there. He's going to be 2 bases ahead of TLO now. TLO is going to be thinking he's sitting pretty, unless he saw that base. No, he didn't see. He hasn't seen anything else yet. Just the Zerg's unit composition. A whole bunch of marines going to fly in, and oh no, these marines are just going to be taken out. No chance. That's okay. He's reproducing fairly quickly off of a whole bunch of racks. One with the reactor. Others aren't flashing because he just can't. Well, I don't know why he's not using them. There we go. Making a bunch of marines. 2 factories making Thors now. Oh man, he switched from tanks and now he's making Thors out of both factories. Great move with all the mutas. A few mutas going to fly in, try and harass this planetary fortress a little bit. Not going to be able to do it. Marines going to hit this refinery. Maybe try and